On Friday, October 18th, the spooky returns to WMNF. Come celebrate our station Halloween ball in style, drag style that is, as we present 5 performers who will bring the horror and glamour to the stage. Kinsey, Gidget Von Adams, Mr. Grip, Discord Adams, and Cat Sass as Dame Judy, and your host and MC Apollo Infinity, plus DJ Jet, ready to slay the crowd into a frenzy. Don't forget our costume contest. The Bewitching takes place on Friday, October 18th at New World Music Hall in Tampa. Doors 8 p.m. Tickets $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Go to WMNF.org for more info. Come dressed to kill.
The WMNF Fall Record and CD Sale takes place in our live music studios, Saturday, November 16th.
Mix and mingle with the WMNF community while you find hidden treasures, all in good condition and priced to move.
Classic rock from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Jazz.
Soul.
Singers.
Songwriters.
Everything from ABBA to Zappa at the WMNF Fall Music Sale.
Learn more at WMNF.org.
Welcome to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF Tampa. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. Today we are in studio with none other than the Wandering Hours. How y'all doing?
Hey, good.
Hey.
They're going to play us a nice little selection of their own music. We're going to chat a little bit about who they are, where they come from, and maybe talk a little bit about, the most poignant subject in Florida right now, the back-to-back hurricanes and how they affected you guys and how they affected us. I hope everyone out there who's listening right now is safe. I hope that your home is intact, and if it's not, I hope that you're getting the help that you deserve and that you need to get your life back to where it was pre-hurricanes. So we're going to do our best to, for an hour, uplift you a little bit and share with you some music and some stories that'll hopefully give you a little bit of a distraction from that, if nothing else. So thank you, Wandering Hours, for being here today. And if you want to take it away, take it away.
We do. We're going to play a song called Mountain Laurel on the 2. 1, 2.
Mountain Laurel, the flowers are in bloom.
The Wandering Hours here on Live Music Showcase. I love it. We're off to a great start. We're off and running. I love it. Let's real quick. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's dive right into another song, and then let's get to know the band a little bit. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. I like that one. That's solid. The vibrato at the end.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice. Oh, she even said it with a little twang. Did you hear that? Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to Live Music Showcase. If you're just joining us, this is the Wandering Hours here in studio with us today. If you're just joining us for the first time, you've never heard this show, Live Music Showcase is a show where we bring bands on the show and we have them play some of their own music live for an audience on the radio and for a live stream audience on Facebook and on YouTube, which if you want to watch that right now, you can go to Facebook or YouTube. On Facebook, just search WMNF's Live Music Showcase. On YouTube, you can search WMNF Community Radio. You'll find us either way. And there are people watching right now, and I'll just point this out real quick. Mailer, who's a big fan of the show at this point. He's awesome. He watches every week. He's great. He says, this is one of my favorite bands in St. Pete. Their songs are classic and catchy, and every single human in the band is a delight to be around, and I couldn't agree more.
Thanks, Mailer.
It's awesome. So let's go around the room real quick and introduce the band. Can we do that? Can we just, hop on the mic real quick, say your name, say what you play, so that the audience knows who we're talking to here. Let's start on the end there with the lovely pipes and the fiddle.
Hello, my name is Savannah Lee.
Savannah Lee.
As he said, I play the fiddle.
Lovely.
I am John. I play the mandolin.
My name is Gabrielle Hoover. I play the guitar.
My name is Nilu Jimenez-Ross, and I play the upright bass.
Patrick Doyle, this is a banjo.
This is a banjo. I love it. I mean, you guys were on the show a couple years ago. Taylor, I know, moved to Nashville, and we wish him well up there.
Taylor Rayner.
Taylor Rayner, correct, yep. So tell me about where the Wandering Hours started. How did the band get started?
Yeah, John and I met when John and Gabby stalked me outside my house. John was playing in a different bluegrass band with someone who lived around the corner from me, and they're like, "Hey, I heard about this banjo player." And then, you guys just kind of like went walking, listening for banjo, right, Gabby?
Yeah. The guys went wandering, looking for banjos, basically.
Don't people usually run away from that instead of going towards
normally
it?
people run
That's
away.
Scary. Sorry.
Yeah, we're a little backwards in that sense. But yeah, so John and I started playing. We played as a duo for a while. We've also, the two of us have played in 3 or 4 bands now at this point. But this being the primary one, the longest running one, we've been together since what we call it 2018. That's when Gabby, who had learned to play guitar since we all met, kind of joined to make it a trio. We had a Nilu a few years ago. Savannah's been with us for a couple of years now, so going on 6 years.
Yeah,
as the Wandering Hours.
Nice, strong core group of individuals here. I love it. So I think we'll dive back into another song real quick, but afterwards, I'd love to talk to you guys more a little bit about the songwriting and the the instrumentation. Obviously, the obsession. I have a personal obsession with stringed instruments. For those that know me and know me well, that's probably accurate. I just put a banjo of my own on layaway, I guess you'd call it.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ken.
Well, truthfully, it's for the girlfriend because she's been trying to talk me into playing a banjo for years.
Okay.
So at least it's not a bagpipe. Yeah. Totally different kind of girl, I think. But that's the way these things go. Anyway, all right. So let's dive into another song. What's this next one called? What's it about?
This next one is Chickadee. It sounds like it's about a bird, but it's actually about losing my dog.
Oh, okay.
But it's a happy little song.
Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I think. Yeah.
That's just bluegrass for you.
I love that setup. That's great. Take it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's in for a ride, she's on her way by my side. Down through the valleys and up by peaks, and sliding through time is all that she sees. Living in the moment, not by past, she's on her way, moving fast. Far about the day, not a fear goes by, and I wonder why she's on her way, gliding high. See that little bird flying to the west, wings spread as she joins her quest. Never see her again, that's right, I know she'll be on the other side. Take her back, but little does she know she's in for a ride. She's on her way by my side. Come on back.
Live music showcase. We're in studio with the Wandering Hours. Gabby, I love your voice.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
I love your voice. You have this authenticity and the timbre of it just cuts right through everything. And to be a music nerd for a minute here, when you get a group of people playing stringed instruments, like with any other group of instrumentation, they're going to occupy different parts of the frequency spectrum. This is going to get a little, I'm going to try to keep it on the surface level here, but basically bass covers the low end. Guitar will often kind of spread between the mid-low and the mid-high, and then you got the instruments like the violin and the mandolin that will, and even the banjo that will, even hit the higher end of that frequency. And all of that means there's sometimes not enough room for vocals to cut through, and so you need a vocalist and you need vocalists who can do that, who have the strength and the resonance to cut through that, and yours does. Both of you do, really.
Thank you.
It's very exciting to see that in action, truthfully.
Yeah.
Again, music nerd time. Okay, music nerd time is over. That's enough. So the songwriting, I want to understand the songwriting. I know when it comes to bluegrass, and we're talking about bluegrass, right? I mean, we're not saying traditional, but it's influenced heavily by bluegrass.
Yeah, bluegrass. We have a strong old time influence too, but we're playing all original songs today, so
yeah.
You can't really call it old time if you wrote it yourself. It's
True.
bluegrass, yeah.
And so to that point, in bluegrass and a few other folk and Americana styles, they're very much limited to the actual songs that existed when the genre was created, and like you said, to say that you're playing that now by playing new music is almost a little hard to say. So it's influenced by bluegrass and folk and Americana, I would say, heavily bluegrass. All of that to say, the writing style is often very jam style. A lot of times people will just get into a room and someone will start and then the rest of the band will come in and then it's like, ooh, that's a song. Is that how you guys tend to find yourselves writing music?
We've done a little bit of that. I think we tend to come with more or less a song kind of in place. But because of like the solos and the different instrumentation, there's always like an element that like when I write a song, John's going to put something funky on it. When he writes something, Savannah's got some good stuff to contribute. And so it's like a song never comes fully formed. It does come out of us sitting in a circle in our living room, working on it and making it what it becomes.
So who brings the starting point most frequently, or is it pretty spread out with everyone?
It's been John and I historically. Okay. That last song was Gabby's first song that she wrote, and it's a fantastic one. Savannah's written a couple that since she's been in the band. Nilu even wrote one. You got one as well. Too. Yeah. John writes a lot of awesome instrumental tunes as well, which is another kind of bluegrass and old time traditional form. But he and I write a lot of the tunes as well. Yeah.
I love it. What's the next song called? What's the next one about? Set it up.
This next one is called Hard to Travel, and it is a song about connection over division. So, reaching out to your fellow human.
Which we need right now.
Yeah.
I love it. We do need that. Absolutely. Live music showcase, The Wandering Hours, here in studio.
another lost stranger or a kind and grateful friend. Maybe there's a fountain to quench your thirst away, or a melody to keep you on the long way. They say that kindness is a virtue that wise men often use. It's a long road to travel, hard road to sow. It's a long way to London, no matter which way you choose to go.
Wandering Hours here on Live Music Showcase. So I hear it now, talking about, before that song we were talking about songwriting and how the band writes music. And I hear it now. It sounds a little bit more organized and deliberate than, like a jam, basically. You all clearly have a part. You all clearly know, what's coming up next, what needs to happen next. And it fits, and it sounds great. It really does. I love it.
Thank you.
Speaking of loving it, we have a few people in the comments who are enjoying the performance here. We mentioned Mailer a minute ago. Let's see. Nerman says, great to see live. Phil says, they really wanted to play Rock Lobster, but they're afraid to tell you. And based on that reaction, I have a feeling there's some truth to that. It sounds about right.
My goodness.
Yeah. So, this has become like a theme as of late. It seems like we've got people in the comments that are always trying to do requests. This is not a request show, guys. That's not how this goes.
At least they're not T-shirt scams.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Man, they're coming, they're coming for everybody.
I had my account cloned. Yep, that happened. That's the way it goes. So, word to the wise, musicians out there, if someone out there has cloned your account, just tell people to report them. It's okay. They won't mess with your account.
Trust me, we will not put it in the comments. Just go to our websites.
There you go. Yeah, you can just go to their website. Yeah. We'll get to that here in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just
saying in general. I'm just saying public announcement for people not to get scammed in the world.
That's
anymore.
right. I'm glad you're on mic right now, actually, because I wanted to ask you something real quick. So we were talking about songwriting. So you wrote one song.
I wrote one song.
Why just one and done?
Because I'm pretty new at it. I'm new to singing.
Okay.
Mainly from the encouragement of these guys right here.
Okay.
And I think just being rhythm, it was just hard to figure out melody and stuff like that. But I started with lyrics. I do come up with lyrics here and there. And then I think we were having a post-birthday hangout for Pat, and I told him a story about. I mean, I know it's not a song we're playing today, but told him a story about that I had a saying for this gentleman. Musician Jim Lauderdale.
Okay.
I had a saying that because he always has to go to the next place. I'm like, he's always leaving. I'm like, oh God, that's such a great line. And then no one ever used it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start writing. So then I told him that, and then driving home, the lyrics started coming to me. And then the first couple lines. Then I told. I went to this thing called Culture Camp for grassroots and finger lengths up in New York, and Jeb from Down the Buffalo is one. They run it. And I was telling him about songs, so he gave me the next lyrics, and then someone else, like the next line.
So the song keeps like
it kept going,
coming
and
to
then
you
someone came up
from
to me,
life.
yeah, and I cut my finger and I couldn't play. Someone sat with me and just like helped me come up with a melody and sing, like write out the song. So I come back home, tell these guys, they're like, "Oh, we're writing it," and so they help me map it out, and they're like, and I'm like, and so someone can sing this. They're like, "No, you're singing this." I'm like, "What?"
I love that.
So it was such a like they were saying, like we just kind of build on each other, and I feel like this group especially, we're very much, we work together. It's like such a cooperation. So like that was the one tune, and I guess I gotta wait till I get inspired again, and then make these guys push me to sing again
until the song comes rolling over the hills and into your living room.
Yeah,
I love that.
So,
and Tom Waits used to say that he did his best lyric writing while he was driving. That he would be driving and a song would just come to him and he'd pull over for hours sometimes and have to work it out right then and there.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people like they'll like Crosby, like
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah. You used to keep like a notepad because it would happen to him in the middle of the night. So like wake up, right?
I think that's great. Yeah. It's a funny thing, just creativity comes to us in all different forms and shapes and sizes, and usually never when it's convenient.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. All right, so let's jump into another song. Speaking of creativity, what do you got next for us?
Yeah, this is one good example of that collective songwriting, because we were playing this song pretty straight up bluegrass, and then Nilu dropped this funky bass line, and that's how we wrote the song.
She's slapping some bass.
That's right. This song is also said to be responsible for my wife and I having our child. It's called Ain't That Lovin'.
We're going to talk about that after the song. Absolutely.
Maybe.
All right.
Wandering Hours. That song was a baby-making song,
You know it was.
as it turns out.
I think there might be some right now.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Listening on the radio.
It's a good bet.
Afternoon delight.
Somewhere in the world, yeah.
It was the banjo, I'm sure.
My baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. Anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's a nice little funky little bass line. That's solid.
He asked for something that swing. So.
Yeah, well, you need some rhythm in there. Neela, what was it like to be involved directly with the conception of Pat's child? How does that feel?
It was after the fact. He brought it after the fact. Like, the lyrics was there. He sang to his lovely wife.
Yeah.
And he gave it to us after the fact. And then
Gotcha.
I knew I had to have that funky baby making.
The bass line, like, sealed the deal, though.
Seal the deal, yeah.
I don't know what this was, but, you know, it did it.
You
Anyway,
sealing the deal, Ken.
Yeah, that apparently. I don't know how to do it. That's fine. I have no children so far. That must be the reason. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's a nice little groovy ditty. Nope, not
now.
Not going to use that word anymore. That's fine. Anyway, if you're just joining us, we are Live Music Showcase. We're live in studio with the Wandering Hours here. In the studio live, real people here in studio playing real music, playing real instruments for your listening enjoyment. And there have been some people that have been enjoying it so far, sending us emails and text messages. And this is right now your chance as a listener and as a viewer to do exactly that, to join in on the fun, to be part of the show. This is our AMA, the Ask Musicians Anything segment, where you as a listener or a viewer can call into the studio, 813-239-9663, or send us an email, dj@wmnf.org, and you can ask the band any questions that you want to ask them. Ask them a question, ask me a question, ask a question about the band, about WMNF, whatever you want. Get weird with it. That's really the only criteria. Weird. Weirder. If you're like, I don't know if this is weird enough, it's probably not weird enough. You can get weirder with it, I promise. I want to hear it. I want to see it. We do have a few already that have made comments. I'll read one of them now, but the rest of them we'll save for the end of the show. And it is from Will Greaves, friend of the show, big friend and fan and person involved with WMNF. He says, Wandering Hours rule.
Thanks, Will.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Thank you.
That's from Will. So this is your chance right now. I'll tell you the number again, 813-239-9663. You can call in. Our board op, Charlie, will take your call and your question. He'll send them over to me, and I will read them to the band at the end of the show. If you're watching the live stream, you can just leave a comment any old time. You can do it right now, as a matter of fact. We love comments. Also, hitting that share button doesn't hurt either. Makes us real happy. Almost as happy as Pat when he heard that bass line. So, with that in mind, let's move on to the next song. What do you guys got?
This tune is called Heartbreak Town. It was written by John, and I think he brought it back. Go ahead.
Well, Savannah's voice, you'll hear it in a second. Her voice is made for this song. So I pitched it to her. She said yes, thankfully. And now we all get to hear her singing it.
Oh.
That's camaraderie, folks. That's good. Wandering Hours here on Live Music Showcase. Take it away.
Here we go.
The stars, they shine at night above a sleepy little town. Like some raging fire, you crash to the earth to shed your heart, believing your love was cursed by the light. Where the moon comes up, you can see the look in his
That's great. That's great. I love it. I love it. Live music showcase. We're here in studio with the Wandering Hours. Savannah.
Hello.
Hello. This is your first time on WMNF.
Not my first time.
Not your first time. First time on this show.
First time on this show.
Yes. Okay. What was your first time on WMNF?
Oh gosh, I think a very, very, very long time ago. I was on
Like
the Pete
6
Gallagher
months?
show.
Oh wow.
When I was a small child.
Florida Folk Show.
The Florida Folk Show.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Singing some songs.
Singing some songs. Okay.
Sang some songs.
So with Savannah joining the band is now female dominant.
Heck yeah.
So how do you guys feel about that?
Great.
I did not ask the men.
We just assumed that you
I said
did.
guys. You're right. I should have said. How does everyone feel about that?
It's wonderful.
I think it's great.
It's just such a unique dynamic, and I think when we go to different festivals or we play at different venues, people like just to hear the music alone, people kind of catches their ear, especially if they're not used to listening to this type of music, and then we just have a good time. We have a good time with this band.
Yeah, the reality is it's great. It sounds great. It sounds like it makes sense.
And I like that I don't really notice it most of the time.
Yeah.
Like it should just be the norm.
okay.
I like that it's not. I don't really think about it until people point it out.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like it's not. And a lot of times, before when I would be in bands, often I'd be like the only female.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to think like just having a normal dynamic, like this is just how it is. Like feel like definitely there should be more of that, more representation, more women out there.
Couldn't agree more.
More like not just like one woman in the band, like a mix. Like don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And like a lot of our band makeup is based on us like being friends and like spending time together. Because like we've had some other folks who've like come and sat in and stuff, and they've never become permanent members of the band because of one reason or another. But one of the reasons that everybody in this band is in the band is because we can all just kick it and hang out and pick some tunes together.
Can't be in a band with someone that has awful chewing sounds. Nope, can't do it.
Can't do that there.
See, case in point. Proved my point. I appreciate that. No, I mean, if they have bad chewing sounds or if they... Yeah, Mark says no slobbering on my microphone. I mean, bad chewing sounds, or they can't stop talking for 30 minutes about this new conspiracy theory that they're sure is real because they saw a YouTube video. Or
that's some of our hangouts actually.
Yeah,
as it turns out.
They're like, "Did you guys hear about this one? Oh man, those hurricanes." Yeah. So, and speaking of the hurricanes, everyone's okay. Obviously, you're here in body, and I appreciate that. I heard Savannah. I know you're still waiting for your power to start. So, Tico, let's get moving, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. She deserves to have power. We all do. Everyone in town does. And for the record, big shout out and appreciation to all of the linemen who have been down here, a lot of the out-of-towner linemen who have been down here making sure I got power back. I'm very, very appreciative of that. My dogs and my girlfriend are all very appreciative of that. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I've been playing Wichita linemen all week.
We'd also like to apologize to all the linemen for blowing the roof off the place.
I'm going to be honest with you. I did not expect that level of comedy. I appreciate that. John, your deadpan is on point. Please keep it coming. I'm all about it. I'm here for it. Yes, sir. All right, so with that in mind, let's hear another song. Let's go into it. Let's dive right in.
This one's called Sigoggle. This one goes out to some friends up there on Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
1, 2, 3.
Wandering Hours here on Live Music Showcase. What was that song called again?
Sigoggle.
Sigoggle.
It is a Sigoggle. Like if you're driving down a mountain road, they might say, well, you can go down that road in that little Prius, but it's a Sigoggle.
It's like
What? No, I love that. I grew up with a few of those. I grew up in Missouri, and we had a few of those for sure. I think Jeff Foxworthy used to make a bunch of those real famous. One I heard a lot was "Which did you?"
which did you?
Like, you didn't bring your truck, which did you? That's pretty much it. But anyway, so we are nearing the end of the show, and we're coming up against it. Before we dive into the AMA responses, because we got a few, credit where credit is due. Everyone that works on this show, the camera crew, the audio professionals, all of the people that work on this show are volunteer people, dedicated, passionate people who are here every week. And I don't know where I would be without you guys. I'd be very sweaty, to say the least. So credit where credit is due. Sound mixer Mark Perfetti, audio assistant Pam Robinson, video director Ed Lehman. Our camera ops are Lisa Reuter, Charles Holsopple, and Marcy Connors. Our board op is Charlie Cushing, and I'm your host, Ken Apperson. This is Live Music Showcase. Now, before we go, we got a little bit more music from the Wandering Hours. And before we dive into anything else, I just want to let you know next week's band. Really looking forward to them. A band called TV Breakup Scene. They're a young band. They're in the kind of like the indie pop punk almost influence, but 2024. So it's a cool band, great lyrics, great singer. Really can't wait to have them on. So tune in next week if you're into that kind of thing. And I think next week is going to be our Halloween episode too. And by that, I mean the live stream should be interesting. We'll just say that. Costumes and whatnot. Wigs. Anyway, I've got 4 different wigs at home to choose from, Mark. I've got 4. And a blank canvas. It's going to be great. All right, so the AMA. Let's see if any more have streamed in as we are talking. Yeah, there's a few. Okay, so we've got one. Let's see. This is a listener comment. Thank you for having the Wandering Hours on today. Such a joy. This is Grateful Ed and Ann from Gulfport.
Hey.
You know that.
Shout out Gulfport.
Shout out Gulfport. That's right. They're coming back stronger than ever.
Hi, Ed and
Glenn from Tampa. And I want you guys to answer this however you want to answer this. He says, Glenn from Tampa wants to know, why is my seatbelt twisted? What has changed?
You got a little Sigoggle.
He got a little Sigoggle.
That would be my answer as well. Ed, at the next available stoplight, take your hands off the wheel, open your seatbelt open, and untwist it, and then buckle it back, and you can resume, sir.
That's a solid tutorial. That's
was a
great.
PSA.
We're gonna go ahead and cut that and turn it into a YouTube tutorial, how to untangle your seatbelt. That's excellent. TSL, yeah, there it is. Yep. Okay, this is from Constance. She says, hi there, love the music. Shout out to Savannah and all her bandmates. When will you be back at the Ale and the Witch?
November 1st, I believe, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
November 1st. There you go.
Do you want to answer that one too, Savannah?
November 1st.
All right.
There we go. So they'll be back at the Ale and the Witch on November 1st, in case you're wondering.
Did you say November 1st?
I think it's November 1st,
okay,
right?
okay,
the
great.
1st of November.
1st of November.
I think I have
a
something
Friday?
that night.
Was it a Friday night?
First Friday.
It's first Friday night.
Another first Friday.
First Friday night. I love it. Okay, and then the last one we have here, this is from Martin. The subject line is, how much do I love this band? 1 exclamation mark and 3 question marks. A lot. Tons. So much. Shamrock emoji, heart, and then music emojis. WMNF2. Looks like old-timey radio emojis. Good to see you at the Tom Petty tribute, John.
Aw.
Marty. So there you go.
I was
Thank you,
there with
Marty.
him.
Yeah, these 2 were there.
It's like, it was only nice to see you, John.
Marty and I go way back. He's a Gulfport guy.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, so that was the AMA. Oh, and I think we might we may have, we do have a couple more comments in the live stream. You do have a few moments to join it, because here's the thing about the live stream. The radio broadcast will probably cut off their last song, just because radio has a very strict schedule that it has to stick to, but the live stream will not. So if you want to see their entire last song and catch whatever hijinks happen after their last song, WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook, or WMNF Community Radio on YouTube, which is streaming right now as we speak, and it's peaking. The live stream is peaking right now. I love it. Phil Ross. Yeah, it is. We're almost there, guys. We're almost. Can you get us over? Never. Anyway, Phil says, sounding so good. Love you all so much. Magdalena says, I love Savannah's voice. My favorite in town. And then Brenda says, nice. With like,
how many eyes?
Probably at least 7. It looked like. I'm not going to count them.
Thank you.
For everyone's sake, but
thank you, Mag.
At least
and
7.
by the way, Phil's great. He's my husband.
Oh.
He's great. Like, he's such a support for the band.
Yeah, the way you started that, I thought you were going to be like, Phil is he's
okay.
He's an interesting guy.
No,
He's a character.
Well, that's why I'm married to him. But
Well, there you go.
But no, like, he's a great support also for talking about people supporting. So I appreciate it.
That's great. I love that. All right, we probably have just enough time for, I think, one more song. Before we dive into it, though, the Wandering Hours here on Live Music Showcase, you can listen to this episode and all of our other past episodes on Spotify or Apple Music. Just search Live Music Showcase. This episode will drop. They usually drop, I believe they drop around 4:35 p.m., somewhere around there. If you hit follow, you will get a notification when the new episodes drop every week. So that's probably your best strategy right there. That's what I would do personally if I were in your situation and you were like, I love this show, but I want to listen to it in podcast form. That's the best way to do it. Just in case you were wondering. All right, so The Wandering Hours, what's the last song going to be called?
It's called Great Highway, so keep those seat belts buckled and
Properly.
keep the pedal to the metal. Here we go. Up a little time.
WMNF, Tampa.